Is it possible to fall in love with a tent stake? As you may know from watching my other videos, I have a backpacking tent, the River Country Trekker 2.2 tent. And while I use it both for car camping and backpacking, I was recently, I should say it's intended intentionally for backpacking. So when you're doing backpacking, one of the things you do want to be conscious of is the weight of the gear you're carrying. Now, I'm not one of those people who measures everything down to the half ounce. Sometimes that can get really crazy. Like, for example, I remember one time I was reading a forum, might have been a Reddit even, where someone had said, you know, I was able to ditch my long spoon for a short spoon and I saved a 0.2 ounces or something. And I was just like, dude, if 0.2 ounces matters to you, you need to lift a dumbbell some point. But anyway, seriously. But still, carrying tent stakes around, that could be unnecessary weight. And particularly they can add up to a significant amount of weight in a hurry, which can impact you, say, for example, when you're trying to figure out how much water you have to carry, which is heavy. And while, sure, you can bring a water filter along the way, that only works if you know you have water sources. And since I'm here in Texas, sometimes where you might go for backpacking or primitive camping, you may not actually have any water sources nearby to even filter from. So you're often carrying more water than, say, if you're like in the Pacific Northwest or out in the Appalachian Trail. Now, when you, say, go down to the local Walmart and realize that I need to go get some more tent stakes or replace the tent stakes that came with my tent, you often can end up with these sort of tarp stakes, which are like the size of, deadly weapons. I'm just trying to look at my screen and figure out if I can even fit this in. Will even fit? It's so long, it won't even fit in the frame. But anyway, so look, that's a substantial tent stake. Let's see what happens if I do it here. There we go. So if we put it here, you see this is a substantial tent stake. And I'm going to shove this here. We're doing the YouTube thing of showing authenticity. And all right, so here you go. You got this tent stake, and then here's the Hikemax comparison. So you can see it's a fraction of the size. And look, I mean, this, when I pick this up, I'm not going to say it's actually heavy, but I mean, you're holding it. It's a few ounces. This here is, I barely know I'm even holding it. That other one is steel. This is titanium. So it's still, even though it's light, it's still very strong. And I just really love these stakes. I've used them a few times already. And they've worked really well with my backpacking tent. And when you buy them, they're going to come initially in a handy tin like this. Then they also come with, let me get the cord out here. They have some cord like here, which you can use to tie around stakes so you can see them at night. Or you'll see them in the morning, maybe when you want to either unpack or pack up, so you don't leave a tent stake behind. So anyway, the Hikemax, like I said, I'm a really big fan of these tent stakes. If you're looking for new tent stakes, particularly if you're a backpacker, or even if you're backpacking and say for like a film hunt trip or something for scouts, you should check these out. We'll put a link to them in the description below. Now one other thing too, when you go to buy these, make sure you know how many tent stakes you do need. Because these only come to 6 in a pack. Now, if you have a standard 4-corner tent and that's all you need, or maybe you got 4 corners and you need a couple extra for like the sides to extend like a rainfly or something, that should be plenty. I have a trekking pole tent, and that actually requires 8 stakes by default, and I've done some modifications, so I need like 12 stakes in total. So I ended up getting 2 of these to make sure I had enough stakes to use with my tent. All right, so if you have any other or want to know any more camping gear reviews and prefer to read instead of watch videos, head on over to our website over at campingforge.com. And if you'd like to watch your camping reviews and tips and video form, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Until next time, this is Mark from Camping Forge. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.